Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Stacy Hansen.
And I'm Justin Riley, and here we are again at the Model Smart Home of J&K Security Solutions over on South Park Street. This is such a cool place because it really does, we were talking about this earlier, this really does feel like a home.
It does. I like coming here. There's some easy chairs in the corner we can kind of go during the commercial break, which is nice.
They won't let us film in those for some reason.
I
though.
know.
I think we should put the guest up on a stool and then we can be in the easy chairs. Does that sound?
I think that sounds about right. Yeah.
We're going to be talking home security with Jeff, the owner of J&K Security Solutions, the J from J&K Security Solutions, later on in the show. And home security has come a long way. It's not as invasive as you might think. It's not as expensive as you might think. And they have options for actually monitoring your home here on a local level versus using a bigger national company. So I think that's really cool. I think we'll learn a little bit about that today.
Yeah, I like that that's really local and it stays here. We're also going to have Acquire Restoration on the show today. And they offer so many more services. They offer, flood damage, fire damage types of restoration services, but
mold remediation,
so many things.
Hazardous material removal. I mean, stuff that you wouldn't think that a company with the name Acquire would offer. And we're going to learn about how the folks that are working for Acquire really have to be certified to do some of those things. And so they have really good folks that work there.
Yeah, they really focus on training there. They really know what they're doing there. And then also we have Cat Cafe Mad on the show today.
Yeah, Cheryl comes back. We've had Lauren for a little while, but Cheryl's going to come back and join us all the way from Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know if she came in just for the show, but we'll say she did.
Well, we'll say she did, yeah, she did. So she's going to talk about some of the adoptable cats that they have and some of the memberships as well, and just some things coming up in the next couple of months at Cat Cafe Mad. So that's coming up right after the break here on Wisconsin Family, so stay with us. Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're shooting on location today at J&K Security Solutions. We're having a great time. Yep, we're in their model smart home, and we're going to talk home security later on in the show.
Looking forward to that. But with us now is Cheryl Glover from Cat Cafe Mad. Thanks for coming today.
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful.
I always love having you guys on because it's such a fun topic. So you've been open about 6 months now, right?
Yeah.
But in case someone's not seen the segment before or seen some of your commercials, explain a little bit about what Cat Cafe is.
Well, a Cat Cafe is, we have resident cats that actually stay in the store, and we have foster cats that are adoptable from a couple of different shelters. And so people come in and they grab their cup of coffee or water or soda, okay, and they enter into the cafe where there's 22 cats. And they're roaming all around. They're all free, and they're all having fun. We have a play area in the back, like down on the mats, and we have comfy couches, and you can sit and hang out. And we get a lot of people that hang out and do their homework because we have free Wi-Fi. It's just a great, fun time.
Yeah, so fun, too. And I bet a lot of homework doesn't actually get done.
Yeah, right. We always get the question, does that mean I bring my cat? No.
Right.
No, we don't need any more cats.
We provide the cats for you.
Right. we have enough cat relationship going on.
Sure, yeah. Relationships.
Not to do that.
Yeah, I can imagine that there's some cats that get along real well and some that are a little bit...
Yeah, we have a couple of cats that, amazingly, we trialed them from the shelter. And we have one cat that actually doesn't like cats.
Oh, no.
But loves people.
Yeah.
So everybody is picking this cat up, and they're going, oh, this is a fabulous cat. And then the minute a male cat gets by her, she goes,
Right.
Does she like dogs? Or
What?
does she like dogs, or have you seen
well, we would
yet?
know.
You don't know yet.
That could be. I have no idea. I don't have any way of testing that. I'm sure we're not going to bring a dog in.
Yeah, don't do that either, guys.
Well, I want to make sure we stay on point here for a while. Tell us about your new monthly memberships. How do they work?
Oh, that is so great. It's so much fun, too, because we realized that a lot of people needed more per time, okay?
I like that.
Per time, I like this. Cute.
Yes. So per time comes with being able to not just pay, we have an entry fee, right?
Right.
And like for the student entry fee is $7 and you get a drink, okay? And so for the students, they need more per term. They want to hang out constantly, okay, and stuff. So we went to a monthly fee where it's pretty low. Okay, 2 students could be $35 each, for example, and they get unlimited time in.
Right.
Okay, and drinks are extras, but they're only $1. So they get to come in, they do their homework, they leave, they come back later with their friends and stuff. So they can hang out more. And our cats love it because the more people, the more they love it because they run when we open. They literally run when we open.
They're so excited.
We did change our hours, by the way,
Oh,
so
okay.
we should talk about
Yeah,
that.
what are the new hours?
Our winter hours are actually, we actually closed Mondays and Tuesdays, but we're not really closed. It's by reservation only.
Oh.
So you can get
Okay.
up on the website and make a reservation and come in on Monday and Tuesday. But Wednesday and Thursday, we're open at 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Wednesdays and 9 p.m. on Thursdays. And then we're still at the 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
And now people can be adopting these cats too. How often does that happen, that the cats get adopted?
We have a great adoption rate. It's like almost one a week. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing how fast they're going. And people come in to spend time. I always say it's like when you go to the pet stores, it's like married at first sight. Okay,
Yeah.
you get 5 minutes with your cat, and that you forever in that relationship.
There's that bond
Right.
forever.
So when you come to the cat cafe, you hang out. You come back 1 day or 2 days. You can see the cat a couple of different times because a lot of cats fake it. They know about adoption. I'm not kidding. We have this one. I had this one cat who, the minute somebody comes in that looks like somebody who wants to adopt, she gets up on their lap and she cuddles and she's there. And if they say, "Oh, I can't take you home," she understands. She goes away.
She's like, "Well, I have no time for this."
She's the greatest actress.
Wow. Wow.
So
So
funny.
smart.
Wow, I can't believe that. Now with the holidays coming up, do you have any gift cards that you do?
Yes, we have gift cards and we have loyalty cards. And the
Okay.
gift cards is really great for parents with students at UW or Edgewood away from home, right? Because they can buy the gift card online, right? And they basically, the child or the student basically can come in and pick it up at the store.
Very good.
It's great. And it's really reduced rate, so it's kind of wonderful.
So always a fun topic. Thanks so much for stopping by today.
Oh, you're welcome. You're
Always
welcome.
a pleasure.
So happy to be here.
And stay with us. We have more on Wisconsin Family right after the break.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here at J&K Security Solutions in their model smart home, and we're going to be talking home security with them later on in the show.
I'm looking forward to that. And I always love coming here because it just feels like a home. I mean, it is kind of a model
It
home that
does.
we're in right now, and it's
Has
just
a-
so cozy.
It has a warmth to it for sure.
It
We're
does.
joined now by Mr. Bill Lockwood from Acquire Restoration. Bill, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm
Thanks for
great.
coming.
I'm great. You know, for those of us who are part of the Beltline Rat Race every morning and every evening, we may have noticed the new sign that's appeared kind of on the south end of town. That's Acquire. It's Acquire's sign. Within the last year, it's appeared there. Can you talk to folks who don't know what Acquire Restoration does? What do you guys do?
The bulk of what we do is fire and water damage cleanup and restoration for businesses, commercial properties, and residential properties throughout Wisconsin and Iowa.
Oh, okay, so you're in
Okay.
Iowa as well.
Yes, we have 4 locations in Kaukauna, Oshkosh, Madison, Wisconsin, and Waterloo, Iowa.
Oh, okay, great.
Now you do a lot of other things too, I think. Besides fire and water damage services, what else do you offer there?
We specialize in other areas like mold remediation, lead and asbestos abatement. We deal with hail damage. We just had some storms come through town that brought a lot of hail damage our way. We deal with things like biohazard cleanup and spills that may take place, and also things that aren't so savory, like trauma scene cleanup.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, you, the location on the West Belt line is a new location for you, but I'm curious to know, number one, is that just a new location in Madison, period, or have you been at another location in Madison? And then also tell us a little bit about how Acquire Restoration got started.
Well, we moved to the building that we're in now in July.
Okay.
We merged with a company called Capital Remediation, and this merger, it makes us the largest fleet of restoration vehicles in Madison.
Yeah.
We did this in just 5 years. We were over off of Stoughton and Flom Road before, but we needed a much larger space to house this merger that we had, and we're actually adding 8,000 square feet to the back end to accommodate our future growth.
I like that you use the word merger. It makes it sound like big time. Like
It does.
Multi-billion-dollar companies merge in a billion-dollar deal here in Madison. So.
And it sounds like things are going really well for you too. And you mentioned that you have the largest fleet too of restoration service vehicles. And what else makes you different from some of the other companies out there?
Well, I've been doing this for 13 years, and when Jeff asked me to come on board, one of the things I noticed right away was the business model. It's very unique. We have certain things that we don't restrict us the way that other companies that maybe franchise companies may have. So we can do things in a way that allows us to continue our growth without the problems that franchises would face. One of them is stability. They have to hire more people during the busy season and let them go. Because of our multiple locations, we share our resources, which lends for a lot less turnover. And that means that we can invest more into the training and certification of our people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and training goes such a long way. You know, it's definitely,
does.
it's always worth the investment, I think, you know.
Absolutely, especially when you're dealing with specialty cleanup.
Right.
You really need to know, because there are rules, there's regulations, there's laws that have to be followed, so that you make sure that your customer is put back to the way it was before it ever happened.
That's something that I never really thought of before, is that not only do you have to know, for example, how you have to be trained in mold remediation, but you also have to know what the rules and regulations for disposal of some of these materials are as well. I mean, there's certain protocol that you must follow by law, and it's important that your folks know that, I suppose.
Yeah, we handpick all of our employees, and that's one of the things that we want to make sure that anybody that works for us full-time has been certified in some specialty or some discipline, whether it's, again, mold or fire or smoke or biohazard cleanup, those types of things.
Yeah. What should people consider when they need the kind of services that Acquire Restoration provides?
Well, I would think, number one, their capabilities. There are small jobs and there are large jobs. If you don't have the right match there or the right fit, you could wind up with a nightmare on your hands. The other thing is, you should do due diligence. Find out what you can about the company you're working with. Now, we've been in this town for 5 years. We started the company 10 years ago out of Oshkosh, and Jeff Edmonds and the new vice president from Capital Remediation, Josh Duggan, they set the culture for our business, and they are tremendous leaders. It was very seamless when we came together, and we've seen the fit actually cause a spike in the business.
That's
so
great.
it's been real good for Acquire Restoration.
Good. That's good to know.
Yeah, and are you active on social media as well? Can people find out more about you?
We have a Facebook, we have Twitter, we have LinkedIn, are the 3 main social media that we use. And again, we invite people to look us up. Come on down, take a tour of the building. It's we're right on 925 Applegate Road, between Park Street and Fish Hatchery Road, and again, we've got the big beautiful new sign out there for everybody to see.
Can't miss it.
No, not at all.
Excellent. Well, Bill Lockwood, we appreciate you coming in and talking a little bit about Acquire Restoration today.
Thanks for having me today.
Check out their website, by the way, and find out maybe you even need services from Acquire and you didn't even know it. But check them out for sure, and we'll be right back with more Wisconsin Family after the break. Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here at the model smart home of J&K Security Solutions on Park Street, and this is sort of the moment we've been waiting for.
Yes, thanks so much, guys, for joining us.
We're going to talk with Jeff Beckman and Doug Cooper from J&K Security Solutions, and they're going to talk a little bit about home security. How are you guys?
Great. How are you? Thanks.
Yeah, Jeff, it's good to have you back. It's been too long.
Been a while.
It's been too long, and Doug, good to have you on. First timer, huh?
Thank you.
Good. So, you know, I'm really intrigued by the idea that people who are interested in getting a home security system installed can not only have it installed by you guys, but you also have a monitoring service too. So we'll talk a little bit about that, but I want to for sure start out with, you know, in general, if someone is looking to arm their home, so to speak, what should they look for in a security company?
First thing I would look for is a local company.
Sure.
I'm a big believer in mom and pop type
Right.
companies. I would look for their community involvement. The other thing I think would be very, very important is, are the decision makers in the building on a regular basis? Who's there? So those are important things to me that I think are very important to our customers.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you think that there are, obviously there's some benefits then to having the folks, as you said, decision makers on site?
Well, you never hope that there's an issue of any
Right.
kind, but if there's a decision maker, you're going to get it resolved very, very quickly.
Right, yeah. It's one of those things that you hope you never have to use, but it's there when you need it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's nice to know that the right people are in the right places for that.
Agree.
So let's talk a little bit about why somebody should have their alarm monitored.
Well, I'd say, first off, peace of mind. I'm a believer, and my wife and I have had security in our homes for well over 20 years. Once it's armed at night, I know that I will know if anything happens, if anyone comes in. And it just helps you sleep better. The other thing is when you're not home, you know that you're protected either fire or security. Let's say there happens to be a fire when you're not home. You know that authorities are going to be dispatched and things will be taken care of.
Yeah, you're not going to come home to a burnt down house.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or
I mean,
rely on a
it may
neighbor
be
to
a little
happen to see
burnt,
it.
but at least, you know, they may catch it before you've lost everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
And if you're not home, you're going to be insured of a response of some kind.
Right.
Whether it's police or fire related, somebody's going to respond to that.
Yeah, and I think that does give some peace of mind, because I think people often do worry when they, especially if they go on long trips or something like that, they're worried about, okay, I know that when I've gone on long trips since I've been a homeowner, I kind of wonder, is my house going to be there when I get back home? So
Yeah.
I think it does give peace of mind, and I think that's fantastic.
You know, one of the cliches with security is protecting you. I mean, yeah, I always try to sell it as we're protecting the person. You have TVs and couches and furniture. You know what? If somebody happens to break in and take that stuff, insurance covers it.
Right.
It's more for the peace of mind of protecting you and your loved ones.
Right. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
And as a pet owner, for me, I know that if something happens in my home, fire related, the authorities who are responsible for my geographic area, they know to come in and get my dogs.
Oh.
So I think that's important as well.
And what are some of the specialty features you offer with a monitored security system? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Aside from your typical doors and windows and motion detection type devices, motion detectors do come in with a pet immunity type function. So small pets or pets of certain weights, levels, can walk freely throughout the house.
Wow.
Okay.
In addition to that, you know, you have your fire and your heat, glass breakage, water detection, carbon monoxide detection. There's any number of areas. It's just not security anymore. It's notification in all different areas.
Low temperature. In other words, if you go somewhere for the winter, where it's warm, you'll know if your furnace is not working because you'll get a call if it gets below X amount of
How
degrees.
cool.
Wow. See, I didn't even think of all of those extra things. You know, when I think there is sort of a paradigm that home security means, you know, keeping the burglars out, but it's really, you know, anything that's kind of amiss in your home, whether it's smoke or fire or carbon monoxide. I mean, you guys cover all of that.
Yes.
All encompassing.
Yeah.
The other feature that you can get is the ability to arm and disarm your system on your phone, monitor it. You can get texts if someone goes into your home. Let's say you have young kids, they're coming home from school, they disarm the system, they'll get a text that they got there.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I like that.
again, you'll know that they're home when they're supposed to be. You're expecting that text around 3 o'clock.
So you get a text that says system has been disarmed or
Right.
something like that?
And by the virtue of the code, if you give your kids different codes, you'll know which one is home.
Oh, okay. So they can each have their own personalized code.
Yes.
So it can be so-and-so, Jimmy got
Right.
home safely. Okay, wow.
And in my home, my personal residence, I get a text or I get an email every time my system is turned on or off. And we recently had some work done by a contractor in our home, and we give him a code to come into the home. If he says he's going to be there at a certain time, we know when he gets there. So
Wow.
it's kind of nice to know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's so much more sophisticated now than it used to be, where it
Yes.
used to just be, if somebody opens the door, an alarm goes off.
Arm and
Yeah.
disarm, that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
that
that was
arm and
it.
disarm, exactly. And
Yeah.
then people would yell, "Hey, turn that off!" 'Cause it would just be an annoyance more than anything
Right.
else,
Right.
really. So, I'm wondering if you guys have been doing this for almost 30 years now. What makes J&K Security Solutions truly unique?
Well, we've been a staple of the community for 30 years. I personally have worked on Park Street for over 40 years, so I know the area, I know the people. We get involved in the community, we get involved in many charitable events, so we give back to the community. I guess it's people have been good to us, so we want to be
Giving back.
Give back.
Yeah.
Giving back.
giving back.
I think that's what's really neat about using a local company too, is because you know that money is staying in the community, and you guys give back. So, Doug, do you have any thoughts?
I like the fact that the J&K of J&K are here every day.
They're
Jeff
right
and
on
Kim are
site.
here every day.
They're right on site if you need them every day. So that's great. I also want to make sure that viewers know this, because I seem to recall this as well, Jeff and Doug. If you've had a security system that's been installed by a different company, you can still switch your monitoring services over to J&K Security
Absolutely.
Solutions.
Oh, good to know.
Typically, we can monitor just about any system out there. There are some exceptions, but as a rule of thumb, we can monitor most systems.
Okay, and what does that take to make that transition? Is it a pretty simple transition?
A phone call and we'll take a peek.
That's it.
We'll come out, take a look, make sure it's something that we can take over. There, as Doug said, there are proprietary systems, so they lock people like us out.
Okay.
But what we put in is non-proprietary, so
Okay.
our thought process is if you don't want us as your company, you shouldn't be locked into us because we gave you something that no one else can use.
Right. That seems fair. It seems more than fair. Well, Jeff Beckman and Doug Cooper, thank you so much for coming
so
on today.
much.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us. We got to
Thank
get
you.
Kim on the show one of these days.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it going to happen?
Probably not.
Well, Jeff and Doug from J&K Security Solutions, thank you so much for having us. And thank you for watching. That's all the time we have for Wisconsin Family. We'll see you
See you
next
next time.